Hey, how y'all doing? This is Richie. Welcome back to Flameline Customs. Uh, Today we're going to talk a little bit about cost of doing like a board, something like this one right here. It's one of my first boards, on the budget, just starting out, couldn't afford to go out and buy all the high dollar stuff. So, come out. Everybody seems to like that board. It's got the big flake, everything like that. It's candy blue, candy red. So, I'm gonna tell you what I did. Got it broke down, a little bit of a cost. What it take you to do a board like this? Everything new. If you went and bought everything new, this is what it's gonna take. So first off, the boards. You get blank skateboards off Amazon. You get 3 for like 37 bucks. Okay. Now they will need a little bit of work on them. So I have stuff like this right here. This little spot putty, Bondo glazing putty. You can put that on a couple of little things. Just put it on your finger and smear it on there, because there will be some splits. It looked like the holes instead of drilled were punched out. So there'll be split wood, sometimes around the edges. And I'll show you on this one, there was a spot I didn't fix because I didn't even have that stuff to start with. So when you get your boards, sand them down, just, give them a little rough. You got to have some kind of little bit of a texture, like from a 600 grit. Give everything something to adhere to, grip onto. Okay, so after you get your board, you sand it down, and like I said, do yourself a favor. It's like $6 for that right there. $37, I think is what it was for 3 boards. Get you the filler for like $6. It's gonna last a long time. Okay, you got it all smoothed out, sanded out, board looks good. Now it's time to primer it. So what you want to do is get a good primer. You don't need the big high dollar buy a gallon automotive primer filler. You're not to that part yet. So Rust-Oleum. Get the one that says filler primer, sandable primer. Just get something that's a little thicker like that. And that'll help cover up some of the body, that putty stuff and everything. Get you really nice and smooth. So you're going to primer it. Make sure to do light coats. Don't sit there and cake it on because then it takes forever and it always seems like it's soft. So just light coats. Give it about 15-20 minutes, flash off, then hit it with another coat. And just a couple little light coats. After you got it done, looking pretty good. Sand it down again, 600, not all the way down to the bare wood. You ain't got to do all that. But just, give it a light scuff all over. All right, then here's the part where you're going to save some money. Buy you some more Rust-Oleum. You can buy the flat, or you can use the gloss black spray paint. Same way you did the primer. Light coats, just get the black on. You ain't got to worry about it looking smooth and looking pretty. You just need that black paint on there. Okay? If you want to do that way, or you can do the silver. Buy silver spray paint. Silver or black are going to be the two you're going to want to use if you're going to do it like this. So what you're going to do is you're going to spray that, couple light coats, let it flash off. Make sure it's completely dry. Okay, so, give it 15, 20 minutes, maybe 30 minutes in between coats. Only need to do 2 or 3 coats. Make sure you got it covered. Okay, then once you do that, one of the other things you're going to buy, you're going to have to spend about $6 on sandpaper. If you go to Walmart or somewhere, parts house, get you some sandpaper. Order off Amazon too. Okay, then you got your Rust-Oleum, your paints, about $6 for a can of paint. Then $6 for your primer. About $6 there. So, okay, then next thing you know, one of the more expensive things you're going to have to buy is clear coat. If you get on Amazon or you can go to your parts place or something like that, a quart's going to last you to do a lot of these boards. So buy you the quart with the activator, the hardener, whatever you guys want to call it. I bought it off Amazon for like 45 bucks. It's from I think it was called the Restoration Shop. I got a quart with the activator for like 45 bucks, roughly in that area. I don't know exactly. So right around there, 45 bucks right there for your clear. And what you want to do then is also order your flake. I've got some right here. You can see it in there. Now this is 004. So 004 still has a really nice pop to it. Now that right there is a 008. Okay, now 004, you're going to need a good paint, not a good paint gun. Once again, just a cheap paint gun off Amazon. Or if you have one, or go to Harbor Freight. Get you a paint gun, gravity fed. If it's HVLP, don't worry about it. I had a little 8-gallon air compressor that I sprayed that right there with. Take this flake through an HVLP gun. Everybody says, oh, you can't do that. Thing is it built up its pressure. Time I sprayed just 2 or 3 passes. It kicked back on again, but then I was done. till it filled back up again. Then I was ready for the second coat. But then you take this right here, you mix your clear coat. Generally it's 4-to-1, 4 parts clear, 1 part activator. Stir it up, and start pouring this right here in there. Stir it up, stir it up. Remember on your paint gun, if you got 004, really looks good, and you only need about a 1.3 tip on your gun. The 008, I have used the 1.3, and it did fine, but a lot of people says it don't want it, clogs up their gun and stuff like that. They probably put too much flake in there. Because right here, I got the holographic flake. It's 008. I don't know if you can see that right there, but I used that with the 1.3 tip, and it did just fine. And like I said, put a 1.7, 1.8. I mean, you can go 2.0, but that's like really caking it on, and you could end up with some troubles, you know, coming out too much on these little boards. So you don't need that. So, like I said, $45, you can get a nice gun, man. I mean, they come with different tips and all kinds of stuff to do with it. So get you one of them right there. Like I say, and get your flake. Flake's like $16, and that thing will do a lot. So it's going to do you a few boards right there also. Okay, so you got it flaked out. Thing is, the flake is so rough and where it lands, you know, different angles and stuff, and you had it in your clear coat. Well, once that sets up, it's going to be too rough. You just can't paint that right there. You got to do what's called a flow coat. So you're going to clean out your gun really good, or have a second gun, and you're just going to shoot clear. Now, when I do my clear, I got a cheap gun off Amazon. It's only got a 1.0 tip, and it sprays every bit of the clear just fine. Well, you know, it's like a touch-up gun. You know, I've even got a Harbor Freight one over there with a .08 tip on there. I've seen people do it with an airbrush. So just depends on how you thin it. So take your clear, and then you're going to have to do what's called a flow coat. Start putting it on about 3 or 4 more coats over top of the flake to try to bury the flake. And then when you get done, you got to let it sit up for about 24 hours. Let that sit. Then wet sand it. And then you're going to know right then if it laid nice and flat, or if it still has a little bit of a texture to it. Sand it all down. Take your sandpaper. Don't burn through it. Take your sandpaper, sand it down for a while. And if you have to, get you a piece of this maroon Scotch-Brite. Find you some of this stuff and scuff it. Just get rid of that shine. You don't want no shine on there. So scuff it all down. Get rid of all the shine that's on there. The sheen. Get rid of that right there. Once you got rid of that, you'll clean it, and you'll probably have to flow coat it one more time. Put about 3 more coats on there, then it should look slick as glass. Once it's slick as glass, then you're ready to wet sand again. Wet sand it all where it's really slick. Then you're ready to start adding your tape. That's all this right here is tape lines right there on this part over here. I taped it up. I painted it blue. And then I used a Cricut. Had a stencil with the little stars. Set that over top of it and painted the star silver. Now, getting to that paint. Guys, that's not no high dollar. That's not no automotive paint. Guys, that's Candy 2.0 Createx paint right there. It's like $11 a bottle for that. Or you know how a lot of Harbor Freights carry Createx. Just don't get the regular opaque colors. You got to get the Wicked or the Createx 2.0. You know, from what my understanding, I'm no expert, is it has a resin in it, and you can use it. People use it to spray cars, motorcycles. You can spray a lot of stuff, and it's really protected. Just when you spray it too, you got to mix it with a stuff called UVLS. It's a clear. It's like a 4050 is the code on it. You can get it at Harbor Freight. Hobby Lobby. And go to Hobby Lobby. That's where you're getting your candy paints. I said Harbor Freight. Go to Hobby Lobby. And you can get the Createx paints at Hobby Lobby. You can get the, you know, your UVLS there and your thinner there. And that's all that is right there. You know, like I said, the stars are actually the metallic silver you buy, Createx. That's what the stars are. And then, like I said, then the rest of the board, if I can get it in here, you can see the big flake in the blue. And you can see it in there. It'll dance around for you. And like I said, it came out looking good. Everybody seems to really like that board. And like I said, all said and done, if you was to try to do this board and you bought nothing, you had absolutely nothing. Hell with it. We're going to set that right there. We're going to, and that's like you said, that's your boards. That's going to be your filler, your primer, your sandpaper, your Rust-Oleum black, your clear with the hardener, your flake, your Createx paint, your tape, and you're even making your stencil. Now, that's not adding your paint gun, because you might already have one or know somebody that has one you can borrow, or Harbor Freight. There's so many different options on the paint gun. But right there, in a board, that's $135. Okay? That's not adding all 3 boards, because I bought 3 at a time for $37. So you got a little over $10 just in the board. So when it's all said and done, like I said, clear and everything. So, when you see these boards for sale, some of these I've seen for, $500-$600. You can get one painted up for $350. Depends on who you're looking at. A nice one like that. But like I said, when you're just starting out, the American flag one was, a fairly easy one. It's a good looking board. It's candy blue, candy red, over the big flake. A lot of people like it. So guys, just getting started. That's just some of the things here. I'll go over some more stuff. Over time I've been able to upgrade my clear to finish one. It does really good from Sherwin-Williams. I've also got some stuff over there. It's like cheap stuff. It's like wool. It's thin. I use that just to put my flakes and my pearls and stuff like that in. And I got some Limeline coarse silver. Limeline sells some good stuff. You guys want to check them out. I bought some coarse silver and the reducer from them. But I've got Bondo. I've just little stuff here and there every week. Just a little bit. You guys do it that way right there, man. You guys can create some good looking boards. I've created a few. If you guys go ahead and follow me and then check out my shorts. I posted a bunch of shorts on here every time I do one. But like I said, I'm trying to do more videos. Let you guys get into this if you guys want to. I'll do more boards. Some of it I've had to tape up a little bit more, a little more grind, designing and stuff like that, and different paints and automotive paints and stuff like that. I was able to finally go ahead and order me some House of Color candies, so some really good stuff. So stay tuned, guys. Follow along, subscribe, comment. You guys know all this stuff. Go ahead and do that for me, and I'll be seeing you guys around on the next one. Later.